Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about the shorter version of This Is Fate. Karan made a plan to expose that it was Rishab and Preeta that tried to kill him 5 years ago. So he planned a party and he invited all the Luthra family to the party. Let's continue. The Luthras are preparing to attend Karan's party. Preeta tells Shriti that she always feels weird around Arjun and she doesn't want to attend the party. Shriti tells Preeta that it is Karan's 5 years death anniversary and that is why Preeta is feeling like this, so she asks her to sleep and Preeta nods at her. Then Shriti leaves the room. Meanwhile, Karan thinks that Rishab and Preeta have no idea of what he is going to reveal at the party because he would expose them tomorrow and he will reveal their true identity. On the other hand, Preeta recalls the moment that she shared with Karan, and Karan also recalls how Preeta pushed him in the river and a sad song plays in the background. Karan says that Preeta is with Rishab for money because Rishab is such a successful businessman and his own cricket career was ending at that time, so Preeta left him for Rishab because of Rishab's money. But God changed Preeta's plan by saving him, and today he is now also a businessman and he is extremely rich, but he will not spare both Rishab and Preeta. Preeta in the Luthra house is lying on the bed and she begins to cry, asking Karan to return to her. The next day, Samir tells someone on the phone that Shriti suspects him a lot and he agrees to meet the person. Shriti overhears his conversation and Samir noticed that Shriti was standing behind him, so he gets scared and he changed the topic and says that they are going to Arjun's party tonight, so he needs to get ready and he leaves from there. Meanwhile, Karan scolds his staff for not using red color curtains and red lights for the decorations. Anjali comes there and asks Karan not to worry because she will take care of everything. Anjali thinks that red color signifies blood and this means that Karan is planning to do something big definitely. At the Luthra house, Preeta is about to get dressed for the party and she notices a sari and recalls how Karan chose the sari for her to wear at one event in the past. Preeta cried and says that she thinks that now she doesn't like to do anything because Karan is not with her. Rishab comes to Preeta and asks that when will she get ready for the party. Preeta asks Rishab if it is necessary to attend the party and Rishab asks Preeta if she has any problem going to the party, but Preeta says that she doesn't have any problem and she goes inside to get ready. Rishab thinks that Preeta is disturbed about something, but he cannot figure out what it is. On the other hand, Karan is about to get ready and he thinks that Preeta by now must be hating Arjun and that is his first victory. As Karan was about to pick a dress, he remembered how Preeta chose that type of cloth for him in the past and he angrily throws the cloth away and says that he would never wear anything that represents Preeta's choice. In the tournament, Shalin asks Prithvi that what happened at the auction and did Prithvi win the auction. Prithvi tells Shalin everything that happened and how Arjun destroyed his plan. Prithvi says that Arjun bought Karan's bat for 30 million and Shalin was shocked to hear this. Prithvi says that since he did not use the money that he stole, then he will return the money to his friend. But Shalin stops him and snatches some money from him. Prithvi asks that what happened because it was Shalin that lectured him that stealing is not good and now he wants to return the money that he stole, then Shalin collected from it again. Shalin says that she needs some money to buy food and makeup, so Prithvi should consider this money as her fees for saving him from the police and Shalin leaves from there. The Luthras get ready to attend Arjun's party, but Shriti and Kritika comes downstairs first. Shriti compliments she and Kritika for getting ready before anyone else, but Kritika taunts Shriti, saying that why would Shriti not get ready fast when Shriti doesn't even do any house chores. Shriti immediately fires back that what work does Kritika also do in the house apart from eating and sleeping. Samir comes there and he immediately turns back because he doesn't want to get involved in their drama, but Shriti calls Samir back and complained about Kritika to Samir. Shriti says that Kritika doesn't even respect her because Kritika still calls her Shriti instead of sister-in-law. Samir couldn't say anything and Grandma comes there and laughs, saying that she is really enjoying their everyday drama. Karina also comes there, but she supports Kritika, and Shriti says that she doesn't know what her crime is, that everyone targets her in this house. Rakhi and others comes down and the Luthras leave the house for Arjun's party, but as Preeta leaves, there was a slight wind and the flower garland around Karan's photo falls down. Karan in the room is getting ready for the party and he thinks that he has really changed a lot. At the party, the journalist asks Anjali about Arjun. Anjali begins to praise Arjun, but Anjali's cousin, whose name is Snigdha, comes there and says that Arjun is so handsome. Anjali asks the journalist to enjoy the party, and later, Arjun will give them a direct interview. Anjali takes Snigdha aside and scolds her for talking like that in front of everyone. Snigdha asks Anjali if she doesn't get jealous because Nidhi got Arjun as her fiancé. Anjali says that she is not jealous of her sister at all, and she is happy that Arjun is going to become her brother-in-law. Snigdha asks Anjali why Arjun came to India and why is he always so quiet. Anjali thinks of how Arjun says that his wife and his brother tried to murder him, and Anjali tells Snigdha that Arjun has a purpose for coming to India and he will soon fulfill his purpose. The Luthras got to Arjun's house for the party. Preeta notices a shadow from upstairs and she wonders who is looking at her from upstairs. Anjali goes to Arjun and tells him that Preeta has arrived. Arjun tells Anjali that he knows and he asks Anjali to get ready for the special night because no one would forget tonight. Anjali says okay and she leaves. Karan calls someone and asks the person to arrive at 9:30 p.m. The Luthras enters Arjun's house and the light goes off. They all thought that it was an electrical fault, but then Anjali comes to the stage and begins to dance. Arjun comes downstairs and Preeta begins to imagine that it was Karan walking down the stairs. Preeta begins to smile thinking that Karan is coming to her, but she gets shocked seeing Arjun in front of her. Preeta and Arjun begins to stare at each other, and then Anjali's performance was over and everyone clapped for her. The journalist asked Rakhi if she is here to see Karan's cricket bat among other cricket collections that Arjun is going to showcase today, and Rakhi says that she is really happy, and if Karan would have been alive, then he would have been the chairperson of the event. Mahesh also says that they are missing Karan a lot, but they are happy to see his cricket bat in the midst of other famous cricket kits that Arjun has. Arjun tells Preeta that he waited for her because he did not expect that she would come. Rishab tells Arjun that Preeta always fulfills her commitment and Preeta never makes an unfulfilled promise. Arjun asks if Preeta cannot speak for herself, that Rishab is always the one talking for her. The journalist asks Arjun about his exhibition, and Arjun says that he is Karan Luthra's biggest fan, so he decided to do this exhibition after buying Karan's bat. But the exhibition is not the only thing that everyone will see today, because at 9:30 p.m. a secret is going to be exposed, so everyone should wait until then. Everyone were shocked to hear what Arjun said, and Preeta runs away from there crying. Arjun sees Rakhi standing alone. A flashback is shown. Rakhi stands at the door and remembered how she felt Karan's presence, and she moved towards the door and everyone follows her. Karan enters the house. Everyone smiles seeing him. Rakhi puts tilak on Karan's forehead and performs the ritual for him. Grandma says that Karan would have informed Rakhi that he is coming back today and not tomorrow, which is why Rakhi was already waiting at the door for Karan. But Rakhi tells Grandma that Karan did not inform her that he is coming today, but she knew from her heart that Karan is coming today. Preeta asks Karan that he was supposed to come tomorrow, and Karan tells Preeta that he loves surprises, which is why he decided to show up today, and the flashback ends. Rakhi comes back to reality and she begins to cry. Rakhi says that she feels like Karan has returned and she begins to search for him at the party. Arjun also begins to cry saying Rakhi, and Arjun thinks that Rakhi is right because her son has returned. Arjun goes to Rakhi and he recalls the moment he shared with her. Rakhi notices Arjun and asks that why is he crying, and she wipes his tears. Arjun intentionally drops his phone and he bends down to pick the phone, but instead he touches Rakhi's feet and takes her blessings. Rakhi felt the touch on her feet and she blesses Arjun by placing her hand on his head. Rakhi says that she can understand everything that Arjun is doing because she is a mother. Rakhi says that Arjun should have just taken her blessings directly instead of pretending, and she would have willingly blessed him from the bottom of her heart. Mahesh comes there and asks that what is happening. Rakhi tells Mahesh that Arjun was cunningly trying to trick her to get her blessings when he would have just asked for the blessings directly. Mahesh thanks Arjun for bringing smile on Rakhi's face because Rakhi is smiling like this today after so many years. Arjun bends down and takes Mahesh's blessings too, and Mahesh places his hand on his head and bless him as well. Arjun thinks that he was really eager to get his parent blessing after 5 years, and today he was able to get it. Arjun gets emotional and he begins to cry, and he moves away from there. Arjun thinks that Preeta separated him from his family, so he will not also let Preeta live peacefully. Kritika comes there and sees Arjun. Then Kritika remembered that he was the same man that saved her from the thugs in the market, and Kritika was very happy seeing him again. Kritika thanked Arjun for his help at the market, but Arjun asked Kritika not to thank him, and Kritika should consider him as a brother from now on. Arjun gives his personal phone number card to Kritika, and he asks her to call him if she faces any problem, and Kritika should not give his number to anyone else. Grandma comes there and Kritika tells Grandma that the man is Arjun who saved her at the market the other day. Grandma gets emotional and Arjun asks that why is Grandma looking sad. Grandma says that looking at Arjun and hearing that Arjun saved Kritika, then she is missing Karan so much, because this is what Karan would have also go out of his way to do for his family. Grandma says that today she can feel Karan's presence, and Arjun asks Grandma to stop her from crying, and he goes away from there. Preeta recalls Arjun's words, and she tells Rishab that she wants to go back home. Arjun comes there and says that Preeta cannot leave the party when the real party has not even started. Preeta says that she is feeling really tired, and Arjun says that he has brought some juice for Preeta. Arjun asks Preeta to take the juice and drink it, but Preeta says that she would only drink the juice from her husband's hand. Arjun gives the juice to Rishab and asks him to make Preeta drink it, since Preeta only wants to take the juice from her husband's hand. Rishab takes the juice and gave it to Preeta, but Preeta still couldn't drink it. Arjun says no matter what, Preeta cannot leave the party because it is very important for Preeta to be there by the time that he would expose a big secret. Preeta couldn't understand anything, and she thinks that who is really Arjun and what is he up to. Okay guys, but I'm sorry that I will not be able to upload another video for today, but trust me, from tomorrow I will continue uploading up to 3 videos like I did last week, both shorter version and longer version of This Is Fate. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again in my next video tomorrow. Bye guys.